This is Parshas Vayeitzei. So we have Yaakov Avinu being told by his father Yitzchak that because of the conflict between him and Esav, it's time for him to leave Eretz Yisrael. It's time for him to go to the house of Lavan, to Yitzchak Avinu's brother-in-law, and to over there find a wife and build a family and so on. And that's what Yaakov Avinu does. Yaakov Avinu, this week's Parsha, goes into Galus. He goes into exile. And ultimately the Galus that he goes through is productive. He comes out of Galus the other end with a family, with the tremendous wealth. So he's matzliach. The pasuk, the opening pasuk of our parsha describes, like sort of in one sentence, the descent of Yaakov into Galus. Is Vayeitzei Yaakov in Beersheva, Vayelech Harana. That Yaakov Avinu leaves the place of Beersheva, of Eretz Yisrael, and he goes to the place of Haran, the house of where Lavan lived. Now the word Haran, the Sfar Makdashim point out, is not just a name of a particular place, but in a certain sense it puts a perspective on the entire experience of Galus. The word Haran comes to the word Charain, which means anger. There's a certain, the Yaakov Avinu's descent into Haran was on a broader sense, was the descent of the entire Jewish people into Galus, which is a place of anger and frustration and difficulty. And so the question we have to ask ourselves is, what is gained from this? Yaakov Avinu gains a lot personally. His whole family is developed and built in the house of Lavan, and that must mean that for us, on a spiritual sense, we also have a lot to gain by moving from Beersheva, from the place of tranquility of Eretz Yisrael, to that place of chaos, of anger, of frustration, of Galus. What is gained over there? So the truth is, the Sfar Makdashim point out that if you take the first letters of that pasuk, Vayeitzei Yaakov in Beersheva, Vayelech Harana, the first letters equal b'gematria 370. Now 370 is the gematria of the word Shah, Shin Ayin. What is Shah? So the word Shah is part of a bigger word of Shashua, which means delight and pleasure. What's being told to us in this pasuk is the following thing: that as far as the Jewish person is concerned, you're right, it would be a lot easier for us to remain in Beersheva, to remain in that place of peace and calm and tranquility of isolation. So why is it that we're thrown from that place of Beersheva against our will into a place of Haran, into a place of anger and difficulty and confusion, where we have to navigate the tumultuous waters of this world, sometimes even without guidance? The answer is Shah, because it gives the Rabbanu Shloim pleasure, it gives the Rabbanu Shloim nachas ruach. How? You see, because the greatest gift we can give to Rabbanu Shloim, what can we give to God? He gives us everything. He gives us our life, He gives us our family, He gives us our consciousness, He gives us everything. What can we offer to Him? The only thing we could offer back to Rabbanu Shloim as a response to all the kindness He does for us is to take this world, which seems like a place that He's not here, and to bring that back to Him. The gift that we can give to God is this world. It's the place of anger. Beersheva, Eretz Yisrael, that type of calmness, that place of tranquility, that's not a gift to Rabbanu Shloim. It's already His. He has it already. Everyone knows that that's where God lives. The chiddush, a gift that we can give to God, that's something new, that so to speak will make God happy, is if we take places on earth and human experiences which on the outside seem to be absent of God's presence, seem to be places where there is no calm, there is no tranquility, where there is no oneness of the Rabbanu Shloim residing there. We can take those places and be in those places and remind ourselves, Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad, that even in this place, all there is one. Even in this place, God lives and God resides. That's a gift to Rabbanu Shloim, that gives Him pleasure. So the reason why Yaakov Avinu moves from Beersheva into the place of Haran, it's not for Yaakov. It's ultimately for God's sake. Now there's no question that if a Jew offers God that unbelievable gift, so Hashem certainly in response will give us unbelievable gifts as well. And Yaakov Avinu himself gains from the experience. He comes out of Galus greater than before. But the real service of Galus, the real avodah that Yaakov Avinu is doing, is giving gifts to the Rabbanu Shloim, giving him, so to speak, something that he didn't have before, which is that place on earth that's called Chareinav, that place of anger, that place of difficulty. And that's our avodah, each and every one of us. The Rabbanu Shloim takes us from a place that's Beersheva and throws us into a place of Haran for one purpose: to be in the place of Haran and to close our eyes and say that even here, Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. And by doing so, then we take that environment, which until now has sort of not been under the jurisdiction of God, so to speak, and we bring it under His rishos, and we connect it to Eretz Yisrael. And that's the greatest gift any of us can offer to Rabbanu Shloim. It gives the Rabbanu Shloim Shah, gives him unbelievable nachas ruach, unbelievable pleasure by receiving that gift, by being given that place of Haran. So Hashem should help each and every one of us. We should come into Shabbos with Menuchas Nefesh, Menuchas Aguf, and both individually and collectively see the redemption of our people. Thank you, Hashem.